Good morning everyone, it's day 79 of my 60 pounds and 90 days weight loss challenge. It's day 13 of my water fast, and today I want to talk about water fasting and eczema. Okay, so I've been water fasting for a full 12 and a half days now, I think. Today is my 13th day. Hopefully I make it through it. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. My weigh-in is at the end of the video. It's actually up a little bit from yesterday, so what I'm noticing now is that much like keto, my initial weight loss was very big, and now it's starting to ratchet down, and water retention and how I drank, what I drank for the day and everything is starting to play a huge effect in whether the weight goes down every day. I kind of expected the weight to go down every single day at least a tiny bit, because obviously I can't live on 0 calories without burning fat, or protein or something, right? I'm burning something, preferably fat, and I think it's fat, but I would think that the weight would actually go down every day. Clearly it's ratcheting down, and what I'm drinking can either cause me to be up a half a pound or down a half a pound. So I'm not concerned about it, although psychologically speaking it would be nice to see the number go down at least a tiny bit every day. But I also want to mention that I have a couple spots that have some sorts of eczema. I don't really know what kind. I have a cord at work that drags across my chest right here, and so I get an electrical rash from it here. And the same thing actually happens to me when I wear watches. I will get a little bit of an electrical rash under a watch. Now I know it's an electrical rash and not some other sort of metals rash, because I can wear any sort of bracelet or ring and I don't have any kind of rash from that. But when I wear a watch, a lot of watches can't keep time when I'm wearing them. They go back and forth, like it'll be 2 hours earlier, then 2 hours later. The watch will actually move at different speeds and move forwards and backwards when I'm watching it, when I'm wearing it. And then I will also develop a little bit of a rash only where the watch part is, not where the band is, but where the watch part is. Now I have an electrical cord from a headset that hangs right across my chest here at work, and I also get a little bit of a rash right where that hangs. So I try to move it around, but it's just not really comfortable anywhere else. That actually started to go away when I was fasting for the first 10 days, and it's back. So that didn't really seem to have an effect over the entirety of the 13 days. And I also have a little bit of a dry spot here that I got that I thought was a little bit of a keto rash, because I got it in the last couple months while I was doing keto. It has persisted while I've been doing the fast, so that hasn't really helped either. I don't have a lot of eczema. I don't have a ton of dry skin. I do have dry skin in general, but we got a soft water system and that's helped out a lot. And I also try to use a better soap, which has also helped out a lot. So if you do have dry skin, soft water and like goat's milk soap might help you, because it seems to have helped me. But as far as the eczema is concerned, I'll have to give you an update again later after I'm further into the fast to see if it's actually helped, because as of right now, I don't see any effect. Now I read about all these benefits of things online. I mean, shoot, if you look up coconut oil, it basically cures everything online, right? So I am skeptical when I read or hear about something, but I'm normally willing to try it as long as it doesn't put me out of my way a lot, and as long as it isn't super expensive. So I am willing to try a lot of things, because I do think that there are a lot of benefits to things that the medical establishment or the scientific community just doesn't believe or hasn't put a bunch of effort into learning. And if they haven't put a bunch of effort into learning it, then they're just not going to acknowledge it, they just disregard it. So I am willing to try things, but I'm skeptical all the time, because there's so many things that if you read them, they all cure everything. I mean, everything that you read detoxes you too, right? So I typically like to try things for myself And fasting is definitely one of those. I absolutely believe there probably are fasting benefits, specifically because of how we were created and the fact that we were told to fast and the fact that we were having to fast throughout history. And I just think that it's kind of abnormal in history that we have as much as food as we want, as often as we want, and the types of food that we want. And so I think it probably is cleansing to do a fast and get all of that stuff that's been built up in our system used up, so that it's not just hanging out in there and causing roadblocks. So I do believe in fasting benefits, but there's some of them that I think people just start compiling a list of every single benefit imaginable, and I don't know if eczema is one of them, but I will definitely keep you up to date. And anyway, here's my weigh-in for this morning. Subscribe below, like the video, share these videos if you think they'll help anybody, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. 237.8.